Hello everyone, Mixfant Gaming here. Welcome to my channel, your place for news and gameplay. Some good, some bad, and let's be honest, likely some raging tilting. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell for notification. Today we're doing something a little bit differently here. Today I'm going to talk about gold and the scarcity of the resource and ways to save and earn it and what to do and what not to do with your gold. So let's just jump right in here. So to gain gold, there are several ways you can do this, both inside and outside of the game, actually. So first off, let's look at what you can do outside of the game. There's actually quite a few giveaways that go on relatively frequently. You can, for instance, join Adrian's weekly Sunday stream. He typically gives out 2,000 gold on that day. I can't remember how many winners he does, but every Sunday he usually has a stream, and more often than not he gives away gold. Sometimes it's components or bots or those things, but most of the time it's gold. You could look at Foggy's channel, where every Monday he has a weekly WR one-liners contest, in which all you have to do is put in a comment, make him laugh, and he selects, I think it's 50 winners that can receive 1,500 gold. So right there, those are two things you can do every single week and potentially earn yourself, if you won both of them, 3,500 gold. You could also keep an eye out for any official YouTube videos that are put on the War Robots Pixonic's YouTube page. If you're quick enough, the first 10 comments get 1,000 gold each. I've personally never been able to get to be the first one of the 10 people to comment, but there is that possibility. So those are elements just completely outside of the game. All you need is essentially an internet connection, and you can submit them as long as you have your player ID. Now, another thing you can do is, if you haven't already done so, you can install the test server that's released by Pixonic every week, usually on Fridays. So you can go to the War Robots test server page on Facebook and see when the weekend test server is being planned, which is, like I said, most of the weekends. All you have to do is record some gameplay and upload it to your YouTube channel. You don't have to be a YouTuber to participate. You just need to have a Gmail YouTube account. And all you have to do is just record your video on your phone or tablet. Some of the popular screen recorders out there are AZ recorder and DU recorder. There are plenty other ones out there as well. Just pick one that works for you and your device. Simply record some gameplay, upload it to YouTube, and make sure it's set to being public. Then go back into the War Robots test server page on Facebook. Follow the link in there. It'll send you to a survey that you have to put in your feedback. You'll be asked to include your live server player ID, your test server player ID, and a link to your YouTube video. Really, in all honesty, if you want to do it quickly, you can do it in about an hour of effort, and you'll get 400 gold just for that 1 hour effort. And it's more gold than you would receive if you did 1 hour of gameplay. However, in the game, what can you do? Well, first off, you can do your daily tasks. So if I look at my daily tasks here, we go in here. Right now, I actually see I have a special Yen-D showdown event where if I win 6 battles, I get 50 gold. So I want to make sure I can do that. But the daily tasks themselves, you get 2 a day. You'll see I have 3 already active on my screen here. And what you want to do is, if you get a task that takes actually a really long time, you can do one of 2 things. You can use ads to speed it up, or if you really dislike that task, once you've filled it, just don't claim it. Keep it there, unclaimed. Because for instance, if you're somebody who's in a clan and you rarely do squads, but you get the win 10 battles in squad task, like I currently have right here, then once it's filled up, just don't claim it. Since it's in your list, it won't appear again unless you actually claim it and it disappears. And I've had instances where I've had a task that really took me quite a long time just because of either my time, I was just too busy a day to really try to grind it out. And I finally claimed it, and then the next day that task came back right again. So if you really don't want to see that task ever again, just don't claim it. Leave it there unclaimed. You have a total up to 5 tasks that can sit in your daily tasks, and you only get 2 a day, so you don't feel like you have to be rushed to try to clear out your entire daily task every single day. As long as you have 2 slots open, you can get 2 brand new tasks a day. Just make sure that if you do happen to have a few there, that every single day you're at least clearing up 2 empty slots so that the next day you get more slots. So if you do 2 a day, then you're getting 40 more gold a day in the daily task. And if you decide there's some tasks there that you just don't want to claim because you don't want to see them again, then just leave them there and you'll still have another 4 slots to play with. Me personally, once I fill up my win 10 battles playing in a squad, I'll probably leave it there unclaimed because I have a trip coming up and I'm going to be out of the country for about a week, and I know I'm not going to have any time to be able to work it out with my clanmates to squad with them. So why would I want to chance that task coming back when I'm off on vacation and I'm unable to squad? So I'm just going to leave it there until I come back, then I'll claim it. So just keep that mindset when you're looking at your tasks. It might be more beneficial to you in the long run if you just don't claim it. Now, also, you can do your clan tasks, but I'm not sure about higher clans. I know for me personally, I don't get any gold in my clan tasks. So just take that with a grain of salt. So if we go back here, now the other thing I recommend is use your free your ads to do your bronze chests. So the only prizes you see in the bronze chest, so if we look at the bronze chest right now, and we look at it here, you see you get gold, silver, and keys. Those are the only rewards you get from the bronze chest. So if you really want gold, I would recommend just completely opening up the bronze chest solely with your free ads. I'm not saying to use keys to open the bronze chest. I'm saying just the ones you get from doing regular battles and the ads you get free from the daily reset, use those to open up the bronze chest. One of the main reasons is not only that, you'll make progress towards your super chest. Some people can get it, some people can't. The super chest, of course, will give you some premium bots. But the worst case scenario is you maybe save up enough keys that you can actually open up a gold chest. And because the bronze chest, you can get keys as well as gold, you'll get more keys, and therefore you can have a chance to open the gold chest. And if we look up at the gold chest, what's in there, you have a lot of nice weapons. But in the worst case scenario, you look at here, you can get 1,000 gold as what they call in here, at least in this list here, is the bottom prize. You could also get lucky and get the 5,000 gold. So if you really want gold, there is a decent chance you can get some gold out of the gold chest itself. And the other prizes in here are pretty good too. Actually, really good. So always use your keys to save up your gold chest if you at all can. Now, this goes without saying, of course you want to play as much as you can, because if you win, you can gain a small amount of gold as well, and every little bit counts when it comes to gold. The other thing, while the operations are live, so if we go back to the operations here, all right, so while the operations are live, make sure you play at least a couple games every day to earn your daily 100 operation experience task. On the right hand side, you see it says Daily Challenge. I've already claimed it for today. But if you look at the information on Daily Challenge, it says you will receive a new challenge each day. Play ranked games, blah, 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 blah. Now, what this task does is, if you claim it, you get an additional 30 gold. So you want to make sure that you play at least a little bit each day so you can claim that one task while the operation is active. Also, progress along the operation pass tiers gives you gold. So you want to get as many tiers along with progress as you can. Whether you're a free-to-play or if you paid for the actual full operation pass all the way up to level 80, you want to take advantage of gaining as many levels as you possibly can. Now, if you can shell out the $15 for the paid tier, well, that's even better, because you're getting almost double, maybe actually more than double the amount of gold from the paid level, from the paid tier, as you do from the free-to-play tier. Now, speaking of paying, only buy the $1 600 gold offers. You get the most bang for your buck doing that without breaking your bank account. Sure, there are other gold offers out there. So if I go into my offers here, I don't know if I have any offers at all. Yeah, so I just have the regular Yang D showdown as special offers. But anyways, you can get other gold offers in here. Like you get 2,000 gold for $5 or $6, something like that. But if you actually do the math, you're coming out further ahead just by focusing on the 600 gold offers. If you look at the cost ratio as to how much how much you're spending per gold on the $1 offer versus the higher offers, you're getting much more bang for your buck just sticking to the $1 offer. And if you have the money, sure, go for it. But I personally, I only buy the $1 gold offers. I'm not a big spender in this game, but I will admit I do spend some money, but not a huge amount. Now, the other thing I want to touch on about the offers is I do not know the algorithm that Pixonic uses to determine what offers you get. So if you're willing to go in here and spend more than $1 for resource offers, for gold offers, then I wouldn't put it past Pixonic to be using an algorithm to see how much you're willing to spend on what items, and those items would appear more often. So if you're spending $5 or $10 on gold, you would probably get those offers more often than you would get the $1 offers for 600 gold. But if you're only going in the offers here and buying the $1 items, then chances are Pixonic, the algorithm, would recognize you're only willing to spend that much and therefore give you those offers a little bit more frequently. I'm not sure if that's really the case or not, but I have noticed that I tend to get the cheaper offers more than I do get the more expensive offers. But like I said, that could just be a coincidence. Now, let's go back here. Now, what not to do? And this is all just personal opinion. You take it with a grain of salt. Other people have their own opinions, but don't waste your money or your gold on buying legendary pilots. You can get regular pilots that are just as good and save yourself that 2,500 gold, especially if you're being starved for gold. Don't do it. Plus, with the events, you can usually win legendary pilots sometimes, so just be patient. People generally just want everything immediately, but if you want to be smart with your resources, you need to be patient. But if you really want a legendary pilot, make sure you know the pilot and have concluded it's worth the effort to obtain. Even then, I'd still recommend you wait for it to appear as a reward if you can. Most of my legendary pilots have come from rewards. So if I actually look at my legendary pilots quickly here, and I just go here to change my pilots, I have a few legendary pilots. So if I go down here, I have the Minji Novak, Kyle Rogers, and also here I have Adam O'Leary, and three other ones here. I've only ever paid for 2 legendary pilots. So these ones you see, these 4 right here on the screen, I didn't pay any money for them at all. I won those from events. I did, however, buy Kyle Rogers and I bought Minji Novak, and I regret doing so. Kyle Rogers isn't too bad. He's for the Inquisitor, but not too many people run Inquisitors as you get into higher levels. But the Minji Novak is for the Ares. And what do you think happened in the last event Among the Stars? I won a Minji Novak legendary pilot. So had I been patient and waited, I could have saved myself 2,500 gold. So that just means that just be patient. You don't have to rush out and get all these legendary pilots that some people do. To me, I feel it's not really worth the money or the gold to spend 2,500 gold on a legendary pilot. You can get just as good skills with a regular pilot. That's just my advice when it comes down to that. So the other thing I want to say is don't use gold to start your boosters. If we go over here and we look at the boosters, I have most boosters available, so it won't show you. But if I, for instance, go down to resources, some people I see, whether go the attack or defense. Actually, I don't have anything in. Yeah, I have all the boosters available to me. So some people go in here and if they're out of boosters, they'll spend gold to activate the boosters. I recommend don't doing it. Personally, I rarely run boosters anyways, and the one booster I would run more often than not would be the silver booster. And unfortunately, I have some silver boosters here, so I can't show you, but it's either 100 or 200 gold for only 30 minutes of a silver booster. It's absolutely insane and a ripoff. So I would be really careful before you decide to activate boosters using some of your gold. And on that note, when you're talking about activating things for gold, if you run out of power cells, don't click the OK button in the battle to start using gold. It's a complete ripoff. And in my opinion, Pixonic shouldn't even have given us that option. Now, another thing to do, and we're going to go back to pilots here, is don't level your pilots past level 30. Once you get to level 30, any further promotion costs are increasingly expensive. 1,500 gold from 31 to 40, 2,500 gold from 41 to 50, 5,000 gold from 51 to 60, and 7,500 gold from 61 to 70. And those are just for one pilot. If you want to do it for your whole hangar, you're spending a heck of a lot of gold. Gold that I don't have. And I hoard my gold. I'm a cheap bastard when it comes to my gold. You can find the top 3 skills you want for your particular bot setup and just focus on that. And when you're buying skills, always use the random skill feature that costs 50 gold per roll. Even if you're looking for one specific skill, you'll always come out ahead in the long run. To buy the skill outright, it costs 1,000 gold. And I've never, ever used the random feature enough to use the 1,000 gold trying to get the one skill I want. I probably average around 350 gold thereabouts to get the skill I'm looking for. Sometimes I get really lucky and I get it in the first 1 or 2 rolls, and sometimes it's been closer to 800 gold. But averaging out, it's much better to use the random feature. So all this being said, you're probably wondering, what should I spend gold on? Well, if you're a new player, those hangar slots. Get to the 5 slots as soon as you can. Some people disagree with this, but that's my approach and that's my belief. Then focus on buying some weapons with gold that you can take to higher leagues. Weapons that are universally viable in leagues such as Master and Champion Leagues, stuff that you're going to be able to grow with, like Avengers, Orkans, and Tyrans. And yes, I say Orkans and Tyrans, despite their nerfs, they are still usable. I'm not going to say they're great weapons, but they're at least usable. And they're somewhat easy to maintain in the lower levels. You can also get some of them from the silver crates when you're doing the black market. Now, then after that, I would say focus on your pilots. Don't get sucked in the trap of buying legendary pilots or the premium modules, such as Last Stand, Anti-Control, etc. The modules can come later if you really deem it necessary. Up until about a month ago, I didn't even have a single premium module. I now have 2 level 1 Last Stands, and that's only because I was patient and I won them from the Among the Stars event. So, as I reiterate, just be patient. You may even win the modules you want in future events. I'm desperately in need of anti-control, and I'm really trying to hold off because I don't know what the future holds, if I might be able to win those or gain them in some other mechanism. So save your gold for what you truly want and need. For me, I'm saving it for a discount of the upgrade rush weekend, if and when it ever happens again. I'm hoarding both my gold and my silver for it. I also, like I said, really want some anti-control modules because I'm being constantly locked down in seconds, and I'm going against max Champion League players sometimes. But I keep trying to remind myself to be patient. I may win one, or maybe Pixonic may decide to put them on a discount sale for a weekend. And then maybe I can get the modules for 25% off the purchase price of the gold. So you never know. I always keep trying to remind myself in my head, I may have a really rough night going against some Champion League players, and I could really use that anti-control. But I have 35,000 gold here. But I want to save that gold because I don't know what's coming down the pipeline. And I say not knowing what's coming down the pipeline because we have Titans coming out probably sometime in December. And we have no idea what currency we need for the Titans. We don't know how much they're going to cost. We know we're going to get the first one for free, but are they going to cost silver to upgrade? Are they going to cost gold to upgrade? Are they going to be component driven to purchase? Or do you need gold to purchase them? Maybe it's going to be a whole new currency. Who knows? But I don't want to go through the process of going through all my gold just to find out in 3 months I really wish I had that. So when I go to spend my gold, if it's an upgrade rush weekend or something, I'm always going to try and keep half my gold in my pocket. So if an upgrade rush weekend happened tomorrow, I would probably try to keep at least 15,000 gold here in my bank just to have it for future events. Just don't go wasting your gold because you have it. That's one mistake I see people doing is they say, oh, I have enough gold for X, and they just go out and get X. And if you really want it and need it, okay, you've made that decision, but just be conscious that there may be something tomorrow that you wish you had that gold for. So always try to pre-plan what you want, and just like in normal life and savings, you don't want to blow through all your savings in your savings account. You always want to have some reserve there. Anyways, that's my advice. Take it with what you will. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you have any ideas of your own, please leave them below. Share. And until next time, cause some mayhem in the field for me.